Greetings, citizens of Tetris. It's your old pal Van Dweller back with more classic Tetris Monthly Masters event, and we are very much near the end. We got one match to do here in the top 8. That will determine the fourth of our top 4 semifinalists. So eventually, at some point, hopefully the next few days, we can do the finals. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we're going to do Sidnev versus SV. We were supposed to bring you that match a few days ago, but we were not able to. But now, hopefully, we are able to. Sidnev versus SV. A classic matchup, a classic rivalry. We will get into it during the match. Take a look at our rules real quick, players. I do want to remind you that this is a best of 5, so the first player to 3 wins is the winner of the match. Level 18 starts all the way through level 39. Super kill screen and uncapped score. Same piece sets will be re-rolled in between each game of the match. If you do experience tech issues like OBS, internet, computer, CRT, camera, capture, just keep playing. Okay, you don't have to pause or anything like that. Just keep playing. I will sort it out. I'll make a judgment. We'll figure it out. And you can either listen for me or watch and chat or whatever. We will figure it out. Okay, the winner gets absolutely something, and that is a share in a prize pool, which is a little bit worrisome, but I'm going to just trust the process. We're sitting at $725.41. We're looking to get to $2,000 so that we can pay our top 8. Not going to pay our top 8 if we don't get there. Otherwise, we're just going to be paying our top 4. Paying those top 8, super important. We can keep people coming back every single month because they're like, yeah, even if I'm not feeling, like great, I might win a couple matches and get myself a prize. And that is very motivating to players, and it incentivizes them to play often, and we like them to play often because we get to watch them. So if you like to watch Tetris players playing Tetris, then contribute to the prize pool that supports Tetris players playing Tetris. Remember, our prize pools are funded 100% by you, the fans. Now, you can use the Matcherino command while you're watching live on Twitch or on YouTube. That'll bring up some links. So when it says Masters April, that is the one for this tournament. Click on that. It'll take you to the landing page for this tournament with our prize pool partner, Matcherino. And up at the top right-hand corner of the screen, you can log in with your existing Twitch or YouTube or Discord account. And then once you're in, look on the right side of the screen. It says contribute. Click on that to contribute. And any amount is good. $1, $5, $25, even, $1,275. That would be a valid amount as well. So if you want to support the prize pool, that's how to do it. All right. Thanks to everybody who is doing it so far and who will do it, I'm sure, by the end of the month. We only have like 4 matches? Yeah, this and 3 other matches to raise the entire thing. If you want to support the channel, I'm going to say don't. Right? Don't do it. I'd rather, unless you've got a Prime sub, that's fine. I'd rather you chuck it into the prize pool until we get there. So I do want to thank Scott Gray, Jane the Window, K9, Tacky, Madelsberger, N Dog, Mr. Brain, Corporal Jr., Troy Dan, Kim M, Cat Kid, Javan T, Jason, Sunny, and Mila, and everybody else who's contributing on Patreon. After we fulfill the prize pool, go over to patreon.com/monthlytetris. Make an ongoing pledge of support. Keep this channel going. And after we get to the prize pool, get that done, use the support command and find some other ways to support us. Like on YouTube. You know the ways. Super chat, stickers, memberships, gift memberships. You know the ones on Twitch. Bits, subs, gift subs, and Amazon Prime, Twitch Prime Gaming subs. Now, you can do those. I'll let you do those before we complete the prize pool because, you can't put that in the prize pool anyway. But I would much rather right now for you to contribute to the prize pool than support the channel. So, yeah, there you go. All right, let's get on over to our players. We'll get them set up, lined up. We'll, oh my God, we just spoiled the script here. What the heck? Aye. The script has been revealed. All right, so we got a big Sidnev and a medium SV. We're just going to keep it that way. What's up, Takate? I will thank those of you who did subscribe or do other things once we get to the portion of the match that will remain in the edited version. So, yeah, there you go. All right, players, I am going to go ahead and dump some pieces in the chat. Junior, oh my God, it's like your whole thing is there. Wow. So yeah, thank you, Junior, for your contribution to the prize pool. We will thank you once we get to the recorded portion. we'll get there. We'll get there. But thank you, Junior. Hey, what's up, Kingsman? Crypto Nick. All right, the pieces are here, players. You can finish up your warm-up, but we will want to get started before SV's hands fall off, right? Before he knows they're hurt, let's get the game in. Oh, all right. Well, you can still warm up. We'll run a one minute ad. There you go. N-Dog in the chat said he would match the next $200 contributed to the prize pool. Dan V. Pants, thank you for the raid. Party of 15. Jasmine says, yes, Euro-friendly game indeed. All right, yeah, I'll thank all the people as soon as we get to the recorded part. I like you to be part of the permanent record. Okay, the pieces are here. 3A, 8C, 0D. 3A, 8C, 0D. Let me refresh both these players, by the way, just make sure they're synced up. What is it, 4 and 12? Yeah, there we go. Well, now it really is time. That's the music that that music. That's the let's get started music. All right, 3A8C0D. As soon as both players signal that they are ready, we can begin. And they are ready, so let us begin. Sidnev versus SV. The winner goes to the semifinals of the April 2026 Masters event. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Shout out to Cousin Avi, who gifted a tier 1 sub to Sidnev on Twitch, and Regina Phalange, who came in with the Prime resub on Twitch as well. 19 months. We also had a contribution come in to the prize pool from Junior. JR Gagne 99. Thank you for the 1047. Says, let's go dog. All right, well, I will pass that message on. We also have an active challenge from Ndog, who said that he will match the next $200 contributed to the prize pool. So if you guys put in 200, he'll put in 200. So looks like we've already got someone cashing in on that. Cousin Avi with the $32 into the prize pool. Thank you, Cousin Avi. Really, really appreciate that. Junior and Avi will get us up to $767.88. On the left side of your screen, it is Sidnev, seed number 4 from the Netherlands, who called in with a 1.67 million. That was the average of her best 2 games played in a 1-hour qualifying period. She's got a PB of 8.52 million. She was ranked number 5 in the most recent Premier poll and number 4 in the most recent, the brand new Players poll. And she is a one-time Masters event winner, won it in August of 2024. And she is the last, or I guess the most recent player to have won a first-time Masters. You know Sidnev from a lot of other things too, including being a multi-time Classic Tetris European champion in 21, 22, and 25. And a back-3-back winner of the regional known as CTWC Austria. Who's also the runner-up in our 2025 Mega Masters back in April of last year. Mega Masters begins in just a few days, so we'll see what can happen. On the right side, it is Sidnev, seed number 12 from Great Britain. 266 here for Sidnev, by the way. She's going to get a Tetris 289, 258 for SV. SV, as I said, seed number 12 has a PB of 5.98 million, was ranked number 6 in the most recent Premier poll, and was ranked number 7 in the Player poll. SV is also a former Masters event winner, having won it in January of 2023. Is also a Challenger Circuit winner, the second to last one, October 2024. And he was the Classic Tetris UK champion in 2024 and has several high finishes in other regional events, including the Classic Tetris European Championship and in Austria. We'll get into that. 360 for Sidnev, 354 for SV. So yeah, please don't ignore this challenge. $200 into the prize pool will be matched by Ndog. SV with a couple of nifty spins and another one. Tetris here for Sidnev, 400,000 for SV. Now, these two have a history. Okay, they have met in some pretty high-profile events, and I don't know. These two just cannot help but run into one another. Talvit with the Twitch sub, appreciate that, Talvit. Thank you. So these two have met up against each other in the finals of the Classic Tetris European Championship in 2025. Sidnev took that one 4-1. It was a best of 7. They met again in a high-profile event. It was CTM January 2023. And that was the finals. And that was the month that SV won. SV defeated Sidnev in his sole CTM win. SV is into 19, 569. Sidnev in at 616. They also met in, believe it or not, we used to run a PAL tournament, CTM PAL, back in October, November 2023. They met in the finals of that one. Sidnev took that one. They met in the finals of the Austria Regional in 2024. Sidnev took that one. They met again the following year in that same tournament. Austria Regional 2025. And Sidnev took that one again. So lots of high-profile matchups for these two. And SV up high on the board. Is this survivable? We're going to find out. This is really, really high. SV kind of bringing this down, going kind of vertical there. A little risky bisky. We'll see if this is going to pay off. And no, that is a top out for SV. So he had some options there. Some safe, some aggressive. Went aggressive. It didn't pay off. And Sidnev going to take game number 1. Oh, I should also mention that they also met in CTWC Austria in 2023 in the semifinals. So in addition to finals, they've also met in the semifinals. Got 50-50, true. Yeah, no, there was a little bit of a safer. I you know, what do I know? I felt like there was one safer move, but yeah, missed inputs, who knows? All right, SV providing, yeah, I mean, we need a color commentator for analysis because I clearly cannot do that. So SV providing live color commentary and analysis. Thank you, SV. The pieces are here. 9B, 1F, 8D. I'll thank the other couple of contributions here. SV, you're about to get seat check, bro.
SV, you just got seat check, bro.
It's F8D. 8D. All right, 9B1 F8D. Good. What an invention. Amazing. Okay, looks like both players ready. It's game number 2. Sidnev is up 1-0. 3-1 Tetris. Vandy, notice your light spins. You know, you can't do them in game 1 because I'm reading stuff off, I'm managing prize pool, I'm managing contributions. I'll make sure to notice the next one. By the way, we had 2 more contributions to the prize pool. One from 9Gaben, thank you, and Joe R75 from Dublin says, help the prize pool and challenge. Good luck all. There is an active challenge going on right now. N-Dog, our good friend Nate, is doing a matching pledge of $200. So $200 is a lot for the prize pool. We've already picked up about $52 of it. Or $51.89 of it. So I believe approximately the next, $149 will be matched. So this is a great time to contribute if you are going to contribute. And of course, we want to get to that 2,000 so we can pay our top 8. Also, thanks again to Talbot, Regina Falangi, Cousin Avi for your subscription activity. Did someone do a prediction? Says Joe. Joe, we're not gambling, okay? We're mature adults, responsible. We cannot promote gambling on this stream. Although, Kalshi, if you're listening, I'm willing to listen. 205 for SV, 167 for Sidnev. Do you want to get into Kalshi predictions? Yeah. I don't want to poo-poo it unless they're listening and they're going to offer me a sponsorship. No, I that's not something I want to get into. I don't want to get into that. I don't recommend it. It's corrupt. Kalshi's not corrupt, but people use that platform for corruption, right? What was I reading the other day? Like there's, you can predict what the weather is going to be in certain cities. So somebody predicted in Paris, like took long odds on like it being above 22 degrees Celsius. And that is measured by like one sensor somewhere in Paris, and someone found it and aimed a hairdryer at it and like took home $35,000. So, so there's just a lot of shenanigans going on with these prediction markets. $341 for Sidnev, $418 for SV. I don't know. I feel like I'm not making that up. Did I dream that? I don't know. It's hard to know these days. 367 for Sidnev, 446 for SV. SV's setting up long bar column 3 and gets it. Tetris for SV, 515 through 101. This is a decent score to lines ratio for SV. Sidnev ahead by about 6 lines and back by about 80,000. Per Google, the French police are looking into it. LOL. French police probably doing it. Like, who, come on. Who would know where the main sensor is, I guess, I mean, that's wild. Kingsman says, will Mega Masters be completed before May 31st? Prediction markets. True. 472 Sidnev, 574 for SV. A 605 for SV19. And another one. So approximately the same line count, about 105,000 points ahead for SV. I mean, I think we were on pace for finishing this month's tournament. And who knows? Maybe SV is wagering it on Kalshi. I don't know. Could be. Like, oh, my hand hurts. Sorry. I just won $58,000. All right, Tetris here for SV, 669, and another one, 697, 612 for Sidnev. Tetris for SV, 753. So Sidnev has cut into the lead a little bit by about a Tetris's worth of points. Tetrises on 24 are going to be worth 30,000 flat. A tuck and a Tetris for SV 871. Sidnev 787 and another Tetris. We're on level 25 now. Tetris SV. There's one Sidnev. It's about an 85,000 point lead. Thanks, Joe. Yeah, it's a little touch and go. Tetris for SV. He's got the max, level 26. Oh, Kingsman wants me to watch John Oliver. For a segment about Kalshi. All right, hard-hitting journalism. All right, we are into level 29. Sidnev has closed the gap considerably, and it's just about one Tetris behind now. Long bar over Tetris for Sidnev. B20, B52, Sidnev. I mean, SV. They both have S's and V's. This is a problem. Man, it's always tough. But with an S and a V in their names prominently, forget it. I am cooked. C83, Sidnev now basically tied, maybe even a little ahead score-wise, or pace-wise. And Sidnev is ahead in the real-time lead. There's a Tetris for SV. So it's about a one Tetris lead for Sidnev. Imagine Dan V Pants versus Ann D Pants. Van D Pants. Tetris for Sidnev, E75. SV, kind of, what, 2 rows up now? And Sidnev is just pouring it on. Sidnev is now over 100,000 points ahead. Like 130,000 points. Now, Tetris is here worth north of 45,000 points. So SV is going to just have to knock out Tetris after Tetris. Minimal skimming. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be possible. And you can have all the best intentions, know exactly what you got to do, but the game doesn't cooperate. There's not much you can do. He knows the situation. Sidnev has got the rollover And SV is going to top. It's a 1.6 to a 1.5. And Sidnev is going to take game number 2 and go up 2 games to none. What a game 2. Rollover and 1.5. Nuts. So we had another contribution. Oh, I'll thank you during the thing. But thanks, Rigel. I do want to remind everybody that there is an active challenge from Ndog. He will match up to $200 total. And I think we're up to about 64 dollars of that. So we still have about $140 or $138 worth of matching left. And that's into the prize pool. All right, looks like Sidnev is on seed. Looks like SV's on seed. As soon as they both signal, we can start. Yeah, 64.79 so far. Ndog is here. So yeah, so there's still about $135.21 that he will match. So this is the time. You're getting a 1-to-1 match on your prize pool contribution, y'all. All right, looks like both players are ready. It is game number 3. SV has got to win this one to stay in the tournament. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Thank you to Rigel for your $12.90 contribution. That is going to be matched by Ndog. So thank you very much for that. We're up to $800.67. We've only got this match and then the 3 semi and final, the finale matches to go. So we are in trouble. It could be the first time we ever don't make the goal in Masters. That would be real bad. All right, so some nifty maneuvers on the right side for SV. And a Tetris, 91,960 for SV. Same for Sidnev, plus 1 push down point. Sidnev gets a Tetris. $187 for SV, $163 Sidnev. That foiled. Was that foiled? Oh, yeah, I'm in streamer mode. I don't need streamer mode, Discord, okay? Foiled posted the SV line spin in my Vandy channel, so. Oh, this is going to be a middle of the border. All right, there it is. SV, I saw the line spin, so you can feel good. It was a good one. $299 for Sidnev, $302 for SV. Thank you, Foiled Thrice, who is just all of a sudden, Foiled Thrice is back. So, just like all of a sudden. Tetris Sidnev 254, 325 for SV. Yeah, Joe, if I had another person helping me stream these like live, we would definitely do it. There is a plugin for OBS. Experimented with it a few years back. But it's hard to manage just on my own. I actually did agree with, I did have someone that I was going to bring in. This is back, just about pre-pandemic. I had someone that was going to come to my apartment. And this was like back in the old days, 16-player days. I think it was when it was a single, day stream. I did have someone that was going to come in and be a producer and then let me be free to do like other things, and then we would be able to kick the production on the stream a little up a notch. But then the pandemic hit, and well, people didn't go to people's apartments, and then that just kind of fell through. Miles knows. Miles with the deep lore. What the heck? $546 for SV, $447 for Sidnev. What's up, Miles? The Great. $515 for Sidnev, $591 for SV. So SV, good score here on 19, and he's now into 20 at 667. What's up, Chen? Still looking for about $35 more for the prize pool. That will be matched dollar for dollar by N-Dog, and who knows? I mean, we've already got one player on match points, so. Tetris for Sidnev, 719. 828 for SV. Now SV ahead 7 lines. Ahead by about 100,000 points. Tetris SV. Sidnev now into level 23. And SV Tetris is exiting level 23. We're into level 24 now, both of them. Tetris says, I think for Mega Masters we do no prize pools, so everyone is playing for the love of the game. Oh, it's so romantic, isn't it? Wouldn't that be? Wow. Just pure love of Tetris. Tetris for Sidnev, 940. A82 for SV. SV has got the 1.1. Sidnev with the 1.0. There's a Tetris for both. 140,000 point lead. SV ahead by 6 lines. There's a 1.2 for SV. You think Beast and Shen ruined Tetris? I don't think so. You want Mega Masters double elim? Dirty Tetris for SV into 29. Or right after getting into 29. We'll do a double elim format for Masters Elite. If that comes to fruition. We'll see. C89 for Sidnev, 651 for SV. Or maybe even more than double elim. So Sidnev ahead, SV ahead by about 130,000 points, but also 10 lines. Long bar over Tetris for SV. F35. D73. Sidnev. Tetris. E15. Another Tetris for SV. 10 lines ahead and 160,000 points ahead. The rollover for SV, you know, he needed a rollover in the previous game. So now he's got one here. Will that be enough? His board climbing. That is going to be a top out at 0.98. Chase down target for Sidnev is 0.99. Tetris is here worth 46,000. Is that right? 40. Oh no, that's, I don't know what she can do. And that is a top out, so double rollover, but Sidnev cannot put it away. She had a chase down, needed to get to that 1.698, 420, couldn't do it, but a double rollover ending on level 36. So that is crazy. So SV will force a game number 4. And there are the pieces. Sorry, I thought I hit the button, but I didn't. I think I should run an advert. Nah. Let's just try to try to get it done. I am not feeling well. I've got to go lie down, and I want to do that as soon as I can. I've already run one. So that's good. I know, poor me. Oh, poor me. All right, good. Same pieces and both ready. Let's go. Game number 4. Sidnev looking to win this one right now. SV can force a deciding game number 5. Let's go. 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Take a pill for your health, like Dr. Mario says. Tetris. Yeah, just take a pill. Maybe I will. So double rollovers in game number 3. Sidnev had the runway to chase it down, but it wasn't exactly a simultaneous top out, but it was very close. And by the time Sidnev would have learned that it was time to chase it down. The board was a bit messed up anyway. Tetris for SV 68,000. There's one for Sidnev 47. Or another one, 69. So there is an active challenge. N-Dog has a pledge to match $200 worth of contributions. We've already received about $64 of those contributions. There's still room for about another 135 or so. So if you want to be matched dollar for dollar for your contribution to the prize pool, now is the time to do it. And I'm sorry to harp on it, but we gotta, you know, if we get these opportunities, I gotta push them. $20 from the Salty Sea Man. Thank you, Salty Sea Man. Really appreciate that. So that 20 will put in ultimately another 40. All right, both players with some kind of cleanup to do. SV Tetris 301 through 58. What is up, Laurie? Laurie's hanging out. PS to Rude. Ego Chip hanging out over on YouTube. Thanks for being here. Tetris for SV372. 310 for Sidnev. Same line count, so it is a real lead for SV right now. That right side, though, lots of tucks. Really wants a bar like sometime. And yeah, gonna get a bar and a T. Two great pieces here for SV. And the long bar down to complete the dig there. It's not a huge dig, but a little kind of mini dig. Dirty Tetris, Sidnev, 2 rows up, column 10. Column 2, Tetris for Sidnev 440. And SV with a bit of a odd stack here. Trying to keep that column 4 open. And can't wait too much longer. There it is, Dirty Tetris for SV 511. 464, Sidnev. SV into 19 at 521. A little bit of a high and awkward transition, but it's still 19. So this is survivable, and SV is going to proceed to try and survive it, but a little dicey. Sidnev now into level 20 at 608. So Sidnev now in the lead. This has been an extended dig. There's a dirty triple for SV. He's opening column 7, gets the Tetris, and he is now dug all the way back down. Dirty Tetris SV 4 rows up, or 3 rows up. What do you guys call it? 3 rows up or 4 rows up? If you have a Tetris well with 3 rows of garbage below it, are you 3 rows up or 4 rows up? I think it's 4 rows up because you got to get the piece into that, that 4 high spot. So I think that's 4 rows up. Another dirty for SV 739. Sidnev is set up on the right side. There's another one for SV. Now, SV is 17 lines ahead. That is a lot of lines ahead. And there's a Tetris, column 7, SV. If you have 0 rows of garbage, you don't say 1 row up Tetris. Well, yeah, well, look at this. You've made a counter argument. All right, well, take it to rabbit hole. You guys will sort it out. And then get back to me and let me know. 856 SV on level 28, up pretty high, opens up the right. That square will help. It keeps that right side open. And SV really could just use a bar. Gets it into 29 at 899, but that left side is cut off, and that is a top out for SV. And Sidnev was already ahead by a good margin when SV topped out, and that means that Sidnev will be moving on to the semifinals. So GG's SV, you played great. Unfortunate happenstance there into 29 in this one, but you played awesome. So hopefully you are feeling okay. And I hope you are playing in Mega Masters. Just come back and win Mega Masters. That's all. All you got to do. All right, let's see if Sidnev can clutch out somehow. Another rollover, maybe? Yeah, GG's, excuse me, GG's SV. And I don't think. All right, 84.79 chipped in from N-Dog. That was matching funds. Thank you, N-Dog. Really appreciate that. We got up to 905.46. I think we had another contribution in there. Yeah, that was from Salty Seaman. All right, well, GG's. Sidnev, you are a winner. You will be heading to the semifinal, so congratulations to you. And yeah, this is going to be we're going to have a bit of a banger heading into the finale. Let me go ahead and report this real quick. And And yeah, 3-1 Sidnev. SV played great as well. I mean, really could easily have been either one of them. And this will be another in their storied rivalry. Maybe the best rivalry. Low key, maybe like low key, but it's kind of high key though. Is it high key or low key? I don't know. All right, let's show you. I don't care. Let's show you the thing. You think Sidnev needs one more V? I mean, that could be arranged. Like, how many do you want? There you go. That's a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, that is what we're doing. You know, just let's see. Let me look at the Premier poll. And yeah, it's four out of the top 8 players. Now, Blue Scooty is not playing. Meme was out. Eyeball, I don't think... Did Eyeball play? I don't think Eyeball played. So at least 2 of the players, Blue Scooty and Eyeball, were out, not part of it. So of the remaining 6 players, we've got 4 of them in the semifinals, and that's pretty good. Yeah, and then the other 2 were in the top 8. So we got 1, 4, 3, 7. That is what we're going to do. I mean, it's huge. If it weren't for Dan V's presence in the top 8, this would be possibly the most stacked top 8 we've ever had. But Dan V kind of ruined it. Not at all. Dan V is really good. I don't know. Dan V I could see Dan V winning another one. He has an upward trajectory. He really could. Like, I believe it. I believe in Dan V. I mean, he is getting old now. He's got to be at least 15 by now, right? So he's getting old. So maybe his window's closing. But anyway, yeah, that is what we're going to do. Dog versus Sidnev, huge. Alex T versus Pixel Andy, huge. We will have another, multi-time winner. So no fresh faces, nothing like that. This is the old, grizzled veterans. And somebody will have another Masters event. So Dog versus Sidnev, Alex versus Pixel Andy. That is what we're going to do. All right, well, everybody, thanks for hanging out. Really appreciate y'all's being here. I want to thank the people we need to thank. Thank you to the patrons, patreon.com/monthlytetris. Scott Gray, Jay in the Window, Kanan, Taki, Madelsberger, N-Dog, Mr. Brain, Corporal, Junior, Troy, Dan, Kim, M, Cat, Kit, Java T, Jason, Sunny, Mila. Thank you. Prize pool is up to 905.46. We had contributions from Junior, Cousin Avi, Ninegabin, Dublin Joe, Rigel, Salty C-Man, and then N-Dog had a matching contribution on 84.79 of those totals. He was willing to do up to 200, but we failed. That's all right. But thank you, N-Dog, for driving some of the folks to contribute and for your matching contributions. So thank you very much. We're up to 905.46. We have 3 matches left in this tournament to get the final $1,100. We've never missed our target in the Masters event. And I'm worried. I got to admit. So, all right, but thank you to those of you who did contribute. Appreciate that. And then, of course, we want to thank those of you who contributed during the stream. New follower, Crypto Nick, thank you. Twitch subs, Sidnev, Regina Phalange, Talvit, raid from Dan V. Pants. And Cousin Avi was the gifter to Sidnev, so thank you, Cousin Avi. Appreciate that. And Crypto Nick, I thought you were already following, or maybe you unfollowed. I don't know. But that's it. I gotta go do some stuff. Try to, I gotta do the thing. All right, Twitch. Thank you, Mr. Brain, PST, Random with Titan, Mr. Burrow, Caniac, Ego Chip, Lori. Thanks for hanging out. And I don't know when the finale will be, but you've got 3 more days, I think, or 2.5 more days to qualify for Mega Masters. It's still open. And, we did announce that we're going to try to do a 1-day wrap-up on like May 30th. It looks like that's probably not going to happen for various reasons. So don't let that announcement keep you from qualifying if it was. Okay? So just qualify and we'll sort it out later. Okay? Good. All right. Bye, YouTube. Take care. And Twitch, go ahead and find you a place. Sorry. Looks like Shadow. Let's see if Shadow, how long he's been going. I'm going to raid Shadow. Seems still to be playing, so. Raid SHQDWNIGHT, right? Take care, everybody, and stay tuned, or just, be on the lookout for Discord event for the